All right, this is level 1 fingerpicking. A few things that we need to know before we get into this is how fingerpicking patterns are written. They're written simply by the numbers of the strings. So you need to know your string numbers. So string number 1 is your string closest to the floor. This is the A string. We number our strings just like the rungs of a ladder. So if you think about climbing up a ladder, the one closest to the floor, the A string, is going to be string number 1. The E string is going to be string number 2. The C string is going to be string number 3. And the G string will be string number 4. To notate a fingerpicking pattern is just to write out the numbers of the strings in the order that they happen. And if there's any spaces or anything in the pattern, we're going to just put in a dash or a space in between the numbers. For level 1, there are 2 patterns I like to focus on first, and then you can learn some of the other patterns that are listed on the site as well if you'd like to. The first pattern is the in to out to, and we just notate that as 3 2 4 1. And so I'm going to be using my level 1 chord pattern with this: C, C7, F, and G7. And basically we're only going to be using 2 fingers at first for our fingerpicking patterns. We're going to be using our thumb. Our thumb is going to cover strings 3 and 4. And our index finger is going to cover strings 1 and 2. And so if we're thinking 3 2 4 1, the thumb is going to hit 3, the index is going to hit 2, the thumb is going to hit 4, and then the index is going to play 1. Now if you're noticing the motion I'm making, I'm not getting under the strings and pulling them up. I'm just sort of going to the side towards the middle of the instrument. 3 2 4 1. So right now I'm just on the C chord. 3 2 4 1, in 2 out 2, because we're doing the inner 2 strings and then the outer 2 strings. In 2 out 2, 3 2 4 1, 3 2 4 1, 3 2 4 1. Now here it is with the pattern, the chord pattern. 1 1 and 2 and. And so there is our basic in 2 out 2 pattern. This one, if you get a little bit faster, can be used for faster songs, or it can be used slow like we just did it. But faster, you can hear basically an arpeggio going from the bottom note to the top note. So that's that one. And then we have our out to into, which is basically the exact opposite. We're going to go from the highest string to the lowest string. So we're going to go 1 4 2 3, 1 4 2 3, 1 4 2 3, 1 4 2 3. I really love this one. Sounds great with so many different kinds of songs. Once again, we're just using our index and thumb. Okay, starting with index on the first string, thumb on the 4, index on the 2, thumb on the 3rd. 1 4 2 3. Let's do this with that chordal pattern again. C, C7, F, and G7. So 1 and 2 and ready and go. that is basically all there is to fingerpicking patterns. They do get more complex, but they can be notated the same way. And so those are level 1 patterns. You're going to learn those two, and one more off the list, off the site. But you can pick those out easily just by the number pattern. Remember just to go ahead and use just your pinching fingers here, your thumb and your index on all these patterns. We won't start to use the other fingers until we get into more complex patterns later on. So there you go, level 1 fingerpicking.